Hello, my name's Jake from Firestone Games, and I'm here today with another Tabletop Spotlight. So today we're going to be looking at Frostgrave, and I'm here again with my colleague Paul.
Hello.
My colleague Phil.
Hello again.
So we've done a video on Team Yankee. If you haven't watched that, go have a watch. It's really good. But today we're going to be looking at Frostgrave. So let's start. Guys, at its core, what is Frostgrave?
It's a game based around a role-playing element and a tabletop element kind of combined together.
Okay.
The game is definitely based around a wizard. So you would have a wizard who's using his warband, and he's off to Frostgrave, which is a thawing treasure trove city. It's full of loads of cool things that we need to find.
Cool. Yeah, very get rich or die trying sort of aspect to this. Yeah, you
Definitely.
are going in and looting as much as you can. I love the idea of a wizard being in charge of a party. Far too often it's the paladin or the barbarian for D&D players out there. You know what it's like, but the wizard should be.
Yeah,
So-
well, they do the coolest things, don't they?
They do.
So,
That's it. Cool. Okay, so mechanically, you said it's roleplay mixed with sort of skirmishing. So what would you sort of say mechanically for anyone out there interested in how it plays?
So, as I said, the emphasis on the wizard. He has a set of stats that you would use, and the whole game is involving a D20.
Yep.
You would then generally purchase an apprentice, because having two wizard users is cool.
Yeah, definitely.
His stats are based upon the wizard, but at a lower in level. So
Okay.
the wizard is obviously more trained and more prepared for these environments. The apprentices, we're on a learning experience here, so his stats aren't quite as good. But once again, basically it's a D20, and then you would have a war party of eight more members that
Okay.
you would take with you, because wizards don't want to go in there on their own.
No, you need some like brother wounds or canaries to.
Yeah.
Indeed, barbarians are always a good thing to take, aren't they?
chaff, essentially.
Yeah, Juves, if you play Necromunda, they have many names.
Don't
Yeah.
get too attached to them.
No, don't name them.
Thieves.
They're going overboard.
Thieves and thugs in this one, aren't they?
Yeah.
So D20, so it's based off a stat, and there's bonuses and penalties depending on what you're trying to do and how
Yeah.
sort of trained out you
Yeah.
are. So if you find a crossbow, cover, penalty, out in the open, bonus, that sort of thing.
Yeah,
And the
pretty much.
wizard has schools of magic that he is
Oh, okay.
trained deeply in.
Yeah.
But it's a circle of 10 different magic schools.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, so there's one that directly opposes that, which you're not allowed to learn straight
Of
away
course,
because you
yeah.
don't like that one.
It's like fire and water. or something,
You have
yeah.
some close ones that you can choose spells from that you
Okay.
can cast at a slightly more difficult rate. And then you have spells that are a little bit further away that are a bit more difficult to cast.
Cool. But lots of variety then.
Yeah,
It
indeed.
sounds like you can
Yeah.
really build your own party the way you want to build it.
There's 80 spells in the standard book.
Wow,
So
okay.
you can literally smash those out at your wizard's leisure, really.
Yeah, well, because it was designed very much by a role player as well.
Hmm.
I think it brought a lot of the elements in. So you tend to make your wizard, I find anyway, based on the lore you want.
Cool.
So I don't really think we looked at spells, did we, when we made the
No.
wizards?
No, I literally chose a necromancer because he raises the dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
necromancers are cool and
Yes.
misunderstood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I chose mine because it fits the theme of a barbarian warband. So
Nice.
didn't care about the spells, didn't look until we started playing, did I?
No, we've then adapted our spells to that particular the campaign that we want to do.
So what would you say the unique aspects of this game?
For me, it's the kind of gap between kind of role playing and tabletop. And
Yes.
if you like either of those, then this is kind of like a bridge between the two, I feel.
This gets you more involved and interested in what your character's doing on the game, and taking that through to the next battles, I think, is just a nice breath of fresh air for me. Yeah.
Excellent. That's really cool. So yeah, you've touched on that's what's unique about the game. Is there anything you haven't mentioned already that you really, really love about this game?
Turn sequence.
Yes, you mentioned this to me as we were
yes.
talking about it. Yeah.
Yeah, you're always doing something when you're playing this game. You're not sat around waiting for 400 orcs to move across the table.
Yep.
It's essentially your wizard moves, he can move some henchmen. Your
Yep.
opponent's wizard moves, he can move some henchmen. Then it goes through apprentice, and then your own guys who were left.
So back forth,
Yeah,
alternate
for the whole
And that's
activations.
alternate
huge.
activations in a turn. It's not like a turn one for you, turn one for me. So
That sounds
quite
great.
nice. Yeah.
Like first turn Alpha Strike is just so much fun. I love setting up
Yeah.
all of my miniatures and then putting them all away again before
All
I've had a turn.
Yeah.
I think that's the greatest war game experience I've ever had, and I
Well,
can't wait to play that game again.
Luckily for you, this game's very terrain heavy, and
do
you
love my
don't
terrain.
tend to have that, so
Good.
you're okay.
Cool. Okay, that's great, guys. So, final question: if people have liked what they've seen, how do they start? Where's the place?
Well, the book's quite affordable. You can pretty much play the whole game with one hardback book.
Yeah, it's color printed, hardback,
Yeah.
Diddy, but it's really
Very
good
good
value.
quality.
Yeah,
as
an
well.
Osprey book, so it's good quality. You know, it's going to be a great book.
Okay, cool.
The actual buy-in is relatively low on this game.
Yep.
So they do a great Frostgrave do a great wizards box.
Yeah.
You get 8 wizards in it, so you and your mate can buy a box, and then you can both have wizards.
Yep.
And there are so many customizable elements in there that you can have like an owl on your arm, or you can have a witch's hat and a cat, and you can have all the things that you want your wizard to have out of this box. And then you've got enough that your friends can have that too.
Yep.
You can then choose the magic colleges based around that, which is great. You can use any models for this game. Frostgrave do a great range of models.
Yep.
But for instance, in my warband, because I've got a necromancer, I'm using some of the GW skeleton models.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah, so why would I raise? I can raise them. Why would I pay for mercenaries if I can raise skeleton warriors?
They're free.
Yeah, exactly. I'll take them into battle with me because they're cool. So that's one of the great elements. I think the fact that you can literally, you and your friend can go in, you can buy a box of wizards, a box of barbarians, and you've both got a warband ready to go.
Yeah, those kits are phenomenal. I've recommended them to D&D players as well when they're looking for like, I want to buy I just want 2 or 3 dudes. Can I have a Games Workshop box? Now you need to buy 30. That's how the boxes come. And then these Frostgrave boxes came along. Like, geez, they're like 20 quid for 20 guys, and I think I worked out there's like 5,000 different build options in them because I'm quite sad. I like that sort of maths.
They're even better in the fact that there's so much compatibility with other kits, not just the own range, but there's all the other bits by other companies that they actually fit with, like the War Games Atlantic lizards, for example.
Yes.
So I've built some lizard wizards.
Cool.
Where I've crossed the 2 kits over. So
devil.
I have. I've used wizards and lizards, put them together for wizard lizards.
Wizard lizards. Oh my god.
It's the joy of the game. It's model agnostic, essentially, so you can make your warband of anything at all. It doesn't matter what species they are. They could be halflings or trolls if you want. It's still the same guy, still the same stats. You just play the same game.
That sounds great. I mean, I've played this game with my wife, and she is a board gamer and a role player, not a war gamer. She's tried a few, but it never really sat with her, and she loves this game because she's a role player, so all that creativity and personality that you can put into your characters, she was putting into a warband, and she fell in love with that. And she really got attached to some of those nameless spots. She even named one of them, I think.
Wow.
Well, they picked
Dangerous.
up gold and brought it to her, so they were useful. But yeah, that's it. And anyone out there who's been looking for a skirmish game that's got a low buy-in and fantastic depth to it, I think this is the one I'd recommend the most out of all of them. I love Necromunda. There's so many others, but this is something special. So have a look, check it out. It's in stock now on firestormgames.co.uk. Thanks again for your time, guys, and we'll hopefully speak to you again soon.